Somebody help me. Are Captain's Toast Crunch and Cinnamon Toast Crunch the same exact cereal made by the same exact company? They have two separate names, but they both have crunch in it. One's a Captain and it's toast, and the other is Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I know Cinnamon Toast Crunch is like slogan. I remember it like verbatim. It's like the taste you can see. And apparently this week, there was definitely something you could see in the Cinnamon Toast box. It was shrimp tails. Now, fancy that. An owl and shrimp, well, and Cinnamon Toast Crunch all at the same time. I don't even think I've eaten any kind of weird concoctions like that. You know, General Mills is the company that, well, makes Cinnamon Toast Crunch. My favorite cereal, by the way. So, if you ever want to get to the Purple People's heart, you can send me some boxes of Cinnamon Toast Crunch. It's the taste you can see, and apparently now it's shrimp tails you can find. You know, General Mills tried to gaslight the customer and say, it was a prank. We did our thorough investigation, and it's no way, it's absolutely no way the shrimp tails could be in our box. And then, well, the customer, well, he got upset. He said, General Mills, you're trying to gaslight me. You're trying to say that I invented this in my head. I made this up. I'm lying. I'm a cheat. And, you know, he's a comedian. And apparently, well, he's kind of somewhat known. And, well, now we're finding out everything about the individual. But that's not the whole point. That's part of the point. Because who knows who's doing the research? General Mills, well, they're a multi-billion-dollar company. And, well, he's just put some shade on them. Some mighty big shade. You know how many people aren't going to want to eat Cinnamon Toast Crunch if they find rat drippings and shrimp tails in their box? And plus, it's a big lawsuit too. I don't think, well, you get Cinnamon Toast Crunch for life, but he might switch to Captain Toast Crunch. You know, it just goes to show you, nobody really has very much standards when it comes to what's in our things. We don't know what's in our food. We don't know, well, we do know some harmful things were in our hand sanitizer. And we all use, well, a shit ton of hand sanitizer. But come to find out, there was a carcinogen in there. And that carcinogen, well, it leads to cancer. So all the time we were rubbing hand sanitizer on our hands, well, now we might have cancer in our bodies. And you know, nobody really cares. You know, we talk about a Food and Drug Administration, but we all know that there's a lot of, well, nepotism, revolving doors, friendships, relationships, and, well, how much really an inspection really gets done? You know, is it really about your health and safety, or is it about the profit and bottom line? I think it's about the profit and bottom line. And I don't think anybody's even, well, even disputing that anymore. You know, I watched the whole segment of Rising with Crystal Ball. She had a good and excellent analysis of the whole thing. She called it an American tale. And it really is. It's an American tale of greed. It's an American tale of, well, you know, the ends justifying the means. Who cares? You know, it's just one box. It's not like every box is going to be like that on your shelf. And it's just one individual. And if they can gaslight that one individual and gaslight the people They can say, oh yeah, what's that fucking comedian? He just made it up. And he does this to women too. This comedian is a bad person. So don't you believe anything that comedian said or that person said. That complaint is not valid anymore because I want you to look at the individual. See, this is how they get a lot of people off track. That's corporate misinformation. That's diversion. That's not addressing the real problem, which is oversight. You know, we don't know what's in our food. We don't even know what's in our water. Some places you can't drink the water. We just recently found out that the FDA said that real water, it causes some kinds of, well, all kinds of sicknesses. And they put a warning out and said they want you to stop drinking real water. You see, this is the problem. There's no oversight. And when people want to make money, they cut corners. And when you want to make a lot of money, you cut a lot of corners. There should be more rigorous oversight. Make sure that things are done properly. There's been this whole trend to cut regulations. Cut back on things. Let the business world, do their business, which is really to make profits by any means necessary. And make the most profits by, expending the least amount of capital. And, consumer is not always, it's never the beneficiary when you do business like that. So, this is an American tale. And I want to thank Crystal Ball for pointing that out on Rising. More citizens need to be vocal about finding out what's in the things that they consume and whether they're harmful. If we took more time to be, sleuths, detectives, maybe we would get better products. You can't complain about just where the product is coming from and the quality of the product. You also have to complain about, the standards. And you need good regulation, not less. Think about that.